Welcome back to the news. Stakeholders are demanding a policing system that is inclusive, accountable, professional, and people-centered so that it can be more than an institution of force to a trusted partner in safeguarding lives, protecting rights, and building safer communities. They stated this at the Multi-Stakeholder Consultative Forum on National Police Reform in Abuja. Here is more in this report.
While declaring open the Multi-Stakeholder Consultative Forum on National Police Reform, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, was represented by Assistant Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Usaini Gumel, noted that reform cannot be imposed from the top alone, but must be shaped by voices across the nation, from security agencies to civil society, from traditional leaders to youth and women's groups, from policymakers to every citizen.
That reform cannot be imposed from the top alone, but must be shaped by voices across the nation, from the security agencies to civil society, from the traditional leaders to the youth and women groups, from the policy makers to everyday citizens. As we deliberate today, let us be guided by three principles. One, inclusivity, ensuring that all voices, particularly those often marginalized, are heard and respected. Two, accountability, recognizing that policing is a public trust and reform must enhance transparency and responsibility.
On his part, Coordinator Police Reform Secretary Professor Olu Ogunsakin and the Third Secretary Political Officer, Embassy of Germany, Christoph Scott, said, "The path to reform is a collective endeavor."
The accountability mechanisms that we bring to fore. This is to engineer systems of transparency, oversight that reinforce constitutional principles, protect human rights, and rebuild public confidence in policing. The path to reform is a collective endeavor, and this is what we are seeing this morning. The success is contingent upon the sustained engagement of government institutions, the dedication of our law enforcement personnel, and the rightful expectation of accountability from the Nigerian public.
Proud of the successful cooperation with our implementing partners, UNDP, GS Foundation, and Clean Foundation. Together with them, we translate our support into concrete action and visible results on the ground. At the same time, we would like to underline the crucial role of the Police Reform Secretariat. It is not only a central coordination hub for different stakeholders, but it also has the potential to serve as a think tank and a sustainable anchor institution for police reform in Nigeria.
In their remarks, Director General of the National Orientation Agency and other stakeholders emphasized the importance of institutionalizing reforms beyond political and donor circles through rigorous monitoring and evaluation.
The National Value Charter, which was adopted last year by the federal government, I insist for all of us, including the police, to key into. We must identify who a real Nigerian is. We must first be a good Nigerian before you can be a good policeman or woman. But we also must understand what does it take to be a good Nigerian. Who is a Nigerian? That is the question we must all be able to answer. And that is the answer the National Value Charter has provided. Quickly.
You would see it 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line. Inclusion is beyond quota. Inclusion is not 15% women, but inclusion is seeing it across operations, across leadership opportunities.
The gathering was designed to discuss ideas, ongoing projects, and feedback that would directly contribute to the success of the reforms.